Hello, Zach Yelton here, Director of Premium Services at Coastal Shores Landscape. Thanks so much for tuning in to our Low Country Landscape Report. Welcome to 2021. We're so glad it's here. We hope you've had a great holiday season, Christmas, and now New Year's. So we're excited. In our company, as Rob mentioned, we are working hard on training our teams. This is part of our culture here, so it's nothing new for us. But we are making some really good strides right now in the dormant season, training these guys, training our team on everything from pruning, fertility, mowing practices, getting ready for the coming growing season. But today I want to share with you a couple of things in regards to wintertime pruning and care for our landscapes. We're really focusing heavily on this right now with our maintenance team. So hopefully this will be informative and help you answer a couple of questions you may have as it pertains to your landscapes here in the winter. So in the wintertime with the cold weather here, most of our plants are fully dormant now. Even the evergreen ones are not growing. So we're working on structure pruning and just rejuvenation pruning ahead of spring. So the big ones that we look at here in January, February are our crepe myrtle trees, our perennials, and ornamental grasses. So you can expect to see, if you have any of those plants in your landscape, you can expect to see our teams coming through in January and February, getting those things cut back. Okay, with ornamental grasses, it's not necessary to cut them back in order for them to rejuvenate. They're going to regrow and regenerate new foliage in the spring, regardless of whether you cut them back or not. Cutting them back simply cleans them up a little bit and gets rid of a lot of the dead in the within the plant that has gone dormant for the season. So we cut those back down to just a few inches above the crown of the plant, which is right at the soil. And our guys will be collecting and taking that away. And then the plant, you'll see that regenerate new foliage here coming on in the springtime. We do like to leave the seed heads on those flowers, or the flower heads on those grasses throughout the winter, because it does create, even though it's dormant, it creates a nice visual interest throughout the winter landscape. So we generally wait till late January, early February to start cutting all those back. The other big one that we'll work on in January, February is crepe myrtles. We get a lot of questions about crepe myrtles. There's a myth that you have to prune crepe myrtles back in order for them to bloom the next year. It's not true. They bloom on new growth. So the plant is going to regenerate new growth each spring, and buds form on that new growth, and it will flower. So if your tree is not flowering, you've probably got another problem in the landscape. It was not because it wasn't cut back. However, when those crepe myrtle trees are young, we work on pruning the seed pods off to help the structure of the tree. And we really want to train a tree when it's young to grow in the way that it should, so that when it's old, it's going to remain that way. And we want to have a nice vase-like shape is what we want to promote with crepe myrtle trees. So on the younger ones, anything that's 6 to 7 years or younger, you'll see our guys coming in and topping off the seed pods. And so that's just coming from the seed pod, coming down a few inches and clipping them off. You'll never see our guys cutting off trees, big tree trunks off at 5 or 6 or 7 feet. It's not a good practice. It creates weak branching structure. It creates sucker growth. So that's never anything that we're going to promote. If you're asking us to do that, there may be a few cases that is needed if it's under a building or under an awning, but in general, we are really not promoting that at all. We strongly discourage that kind of pruning. So we'll have some more information. If you scroll a little further down in our newsletter, you'll see some pictures that'll kind of help you understand what we're going for when we prune. If we have plants that are planted too close to the house, these crepe myrtles sometimes are tucked right underneath the awning of a house. Well, it was the wrong place, maybe to begin with, but if you have these big species that want to keep growing, let's promote them to grow up and above the roof. And we can prune them off of the roof line, but let's get their canopy up and above the roof and let it be a tree. Let it be what it is supposed to be. So these are the kind of things we're going through with our maintenance teams, and it's what we want to promote in your landscape if you have a crepe myrtle tree. Again, if you have more questions, we're happy to talk more about this with you, and you'll see some more information further down. Other than that, we hope you all are well. I hope you've enjoyed some cooler weather and now some cold weather. Let's enjoy what we have of this winter season before we come into spring. And thanks again for tuning in. We appreciate your business.